Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Shannon. I am the Priestess of Gaia, and I welcome you guys. I'm so happy to have you here. And today I'm doing a pick a card reading for April 2020. Overall, what are you manifesting? What is spirit manifesting for you? You know, what is coming to you? What are the gifts, the blessings that are coming in April 2020? So here we have pile number 1 with the lapis lazuli, pile number 2 with the pink agate, and pile number 3 with the goldstone. So feel free to take a few moments, take a deep breath, relax, and feel free to pause the video, meditate on the piles, and pick which one is most calling out to you. I will have the timestamps listed below. And again, thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to read for you guys, and I will see you at your timestamp. Bye. Hello, pile number 1. For those of you who chose the lapis lazuli, welcome to your reading. And so the first card that I'm going to be pulling out is going to be the circumstance that you will be, which will be coming to you in April, which will be opening up for you in April, okay? So the overall energy, okay, this is somebody who hears their life's calling. Like, it's almost like you hear it like a whisper somewhere, you know, in the back of your thoughts, and you've been hearing it, and it's getting louder and louder, and now, like, you've literally had to, like, poke your head out the window and be like, you know, I hear it, and I know it, and I'm coming into that understanding. And, like, look at all the flowers around. It's totally spring, it's totally April. We have the butterfly there, the transformation. We have the bee, you know, which is the worker. So I see you, like, really working on your life's calling, your life's passion, or I see you, like, starting to hear what it is, to start having understandings about what it is, and what is it you want to do, and what is it, you know, you feel you're being called to do, because this is literally like the calling. So whatever it is that you feel like is your passion and is your heart and has been calling to you, like, this is answering that call. Okay, so far that it's a really big energy. Like, I feel like a very big energy. Like, a lot of you are going to be going through this, or going to be starting to feel this. And you, like, literally might be, like, poking your head out the window being like, what is this about? Like, I didn't even expect this. I didn't know this was coming, but, like, suddenly this is here, and this is, like, it could come as an idea, or even like a dream or anything. Like, okay, and so I see you putting a lot of your efforts into whatever this is. Maybe this is, like, literally even saying, like, you want to plant a garden, because you can see, like, the really, really beautiful garden and the flowers. You know, this is really, I love this card. So this is, you know, April answering that call. And the energy that you're going to find yourself coming into is this deep, dark sea mermaid. Find solutions in the unknown places and the darkness. Okay, so this was number 15, and this is number 16, just so happens. So I see you, you know, possibly doing a lot of meditation, or spending some time, you know, just being still, just listening to the callings, you know, that are coming to you, and paying attention to your thoughts, and paying attention to the signs, synchronicities, those types of things. And, you know, you're finding them in the darker places of your mind where they're not fully recognized, but they're there and they're underlying. And if you really think about it, then you find it and you can acknowledge it, if that makes sense. Okay, so you know, this darkness to me, like, even though this like fish looks scary or whatever, it's not. I don't feel scared, you know, when I see this. I see this like, you know, it's very deep blue, it's very healing, it's waters, it's, you know, finding answers or finding ideas or really listening to that very deep calling in you that you might not even have known is there. You know, and this deepness is, like you said, is very healing. And it's so, you know, in April you might find yourself spending a lot of time, you know, in quiet places, or spending you know, your time meditating and listening to this calling and thinking about this calling, you know, asking your angels and asking your spirit guides and source to help you understand what this calling is. Like, what is it you want me to do? Okay, and so in order to find those answers, like, you're going to have to look within the depths, you know, of yourself. Find solutions in the unknown places, in the darkness. And even though you're in the darkness and this might look scary and everything, in reality, like, nothing is really scary. Like, you're not like, oh, I'm afraid of that. You're like, oh, that it's good to know that that's there. You know, I'm glad that I looked in the dark places and I seen what's there, so that way I know that there's nothing I need to be afraid of. Or there's no like underlying feelings that later you realize and you're like, oh, like, I wish I would have known that I felt that way. So it's really healing, and it's very like, you know, answering the call, looking within, and also like deciding what you want and where you want to see yourself going. And, you know, what does this calling mean for you? What does it offer you? What is it, you know, what does it take from you? But I see it being something very beautiful, like so beautiful, blooming, and new. So let's look at some tarot that's come out for you guys. So we have the Four of Wands, the Hanged Man. I have that upside down, sorry guys. And the Queen of Swords. So I see April being like a really great month. Four of Wands is all about celebration, like having fun, good times, you know. Sometimes too, people look at it as twin flames. If anybody you know, likes to use that term, or soulmates, you know, stuff like that. So I do see like this being really happy, really exciting, really celebratory. But like, I so much get the feeling that like you're looking at the window and you're like, what is it? Like, what is that noise? What is that calling? Like, you're kind of looking around, like almost surprised by it, but at the same time you're excited, and you like it and you love it. So I kind of get that feeling as well, that some of you might be like not really in this energy. Well, we are in April as I'm filming this. This is April 3rd, but you're just like really starting to feel that calling, or feel that urge, or feel that like desire to do something and create something. And Wands is all about passion, creativity, and excitement. Okay, and so then we have the, so like I said, the Hangman is all about having a new perspective, looking at things in a different view. And so, you previously might have had this idea, and you thought, no, like, now's not the time, like the timing's not right, etc., etc. And now things have kind of like fallen into place, and you're starting to like look at it again and say, like, maybe I could do this now, maybe I could achieve this now. Okay, this is also like a moment of pause. So like, you can see her there, she's literally in that moment of pause. Same with the mermaid over here. Everybody's kind of um, like in thought, or kind of like, what was that, or who is that, or something like that. So I get like the feeling that it's, even though you may have thought of it before, or it may have just been like a distant kind of thought, like, oh, maybe in the future, and now like the time has come, and these could even represent ideas, like ideas coming to life, opportunities coming available. And then we have the celebration and the looking at things in a new perspective, how this could change your life, or how this could affect your life, or your current path that you're on, and where you see things going. But then we have the Queen of Swords, who I believe is you, and you don't have to be a female in order to be the Queen of Swords. But the Queen of Swords is somebody who's like very wise, very decisive, and it's almost like she's beckoning someone forward, like, sure, come to me, but I might chop your head off with my sword. And like, because she's that way as well, like she can be cutting, and she knows like what she wants, and she's like I said, to say like very decisive. And so if she feels like this isn't working for her or him, then they can very easily just be like, okay, I'm done with that, and move on to the next thing. So the Queen could be you. It's often it represents somebody in our life, so this could be somebody that as well. It doesn't have to be you, but I do feel for a lot of it, a lot of you, it is you. So taking decisive action and standing like in your own power, being the Queen, like literally they're wearing a crown here as well, and she's at the highest tower. She's the Queen. And then, like I said, the Queen here. And Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So just so you guys know. So yeah, so I see you once you answer this calling, and once you have looked at everything, you've looked in the depths of your heart, of your soul, you've thought of every possibility, every outcome, or whatever answers it is that you're looking for, even if it's that answer of, do I need to be afraid? And it's also taking that quiet time, meditating, healing, and being still. And also that's what this Hangman is as well. It's being still. And so I think, in doing so, you're going to have this really great idea, or this really great opportunity, or this calling, and you're going to be taking like clear, decisive action towards your goals, and towards the relationships that you have in your life. And then as we say this, you have the blessing of clear foresight coming in April. All right, so the blessing of clear foresight is being able to, okay, you guys, check this out. Like, all the blue in this card is so water, it's so healing, it's so fluid and flowing. it's also, you know, like I keep saying, being still in this card as well, you know. It's being still, and having clear foresight is being able to see the outcomes of situations or the outcomes of certain choices, or you know, really being able to see clearly ahead into the future, whatever this calling is, and seeing how it's going to affect your life, and seeing how it's, you know, going to affect others all around you. And so the fairies and your angels are bringing you a blessing of clear foresight, being able to see certain outcomes, being able to have a broader understanding, being able to, it's like literally like looking into the future and having that, as well as some of you could have like psychic abilities. That's what this calling could be. It could be a calling in, you know, for your intuition, for psychic abilities. It's like you hear it, you know it, and you're kind of looking around like, where is it? Okay, and so this is the blessing that is coming in, the blessing of clear foresight. And this is number 40 for any of you who that might have some significance for. And so in addition to your own abilities, or your own process of, you know, making decisions, this is going to be increased by your angels and by, you know, your spirit guides from the fairies. Okay, so that's something that is going to be also helping you in April. And then, you know, with the Queen of Swords, so I'd say that being somebody like very powerful, very in control, very confident, somebody who knows how to get what they want, and who can take clear, decisive action, who knows the right steps to take, who knows, you know, what's going to bring the best outcome. With the Four of Wands. Okay, so like the word of strategy has like just also came into my head. So this is like giving you clear foresight to develop even possibly like a strategy, because I get that a lot with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, like, she's very swords represent thoughts and truth, and it's about wisdom. The next card we have out is Patience. If you tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. May I let this be for now. Help me relax and trust. Every need will be met. Often change soon follows. And so to me, that's coming right along here with the Hanged Man, okay? So this is all about divine timing as well. I'm getting that like huge, significant divine timing. All right, so, and like I said, this is like newer energy for you. Some of you might have been like feeling or hearing this calling for some time now, you know, and so you've been in this Hangman Patience energy, and you're like, no, I've already been patient. But, you know, this is Spirit really saying like patience, you know, like really just being like kind of chill, not trying to like pursue it, not trying to like even look for it. You're just kind of like in your own space. It's like almost even being in like a void, and you know, just being still, sitting, waiting for divine timing to come into place. And as you're waiting, there's this healing and this discovery what the darkness brings and what the darkness looks like, and you know, and really like discovering different parts of yourself. And so I feel like this is the energy a lot of you are in. You hear this calling, you're like, okay, where is it? You know, like, kind of like looking up, like, okay, looking out your windows. All right, but it is coming in for those of you who have been feeling this way for a while. And like I said, a lot of you, I feel like this is really new energy. You're just starting to feel this. But if you are like asking yourself, like, why isn't this happening yet? Why isn't this working? Or, you know, questions like that, then just know that you might need to spend some more time, you know, searching in that darkness. And, you know, also the color blue represents our throat chakra, and there's, you know, all blue here. The Queen of Swords, it's all blue, like, so that represents our throat chakra. So that could be like really involve like speaking up for yourself, or like working with others, teaching others, like anything where you are, you know, having communication. Okay, so that could be for some of you as well. And then the chakra that you're mostly going to be dealing with is, again, blue, as I said. Oh my goodness. And so like I said, that's your throat chakra. That's all about communication, and that's all about, you know, you have the workaholic card, so that's like working with other people, and or possibly you have been a workaholic, and now you've like actually taken the time to like be quiet, be away from work, and really just like focusing on what you want, and like what your passions are. And so you have like, you're away from work, and so now you're in this dark kind of void of yourself, and starting to like learn things about yourself and realize things about yourself, like passions that you never knew you had, or creative ideas that you never knew you had, and discovering new talents as well that you have. And so, you know, things are really like, you're starting to look at things in a way different perspective. I feel with all of this that's going on in the world right now, like everybody's kind of almost, not everybody, but a lot of people are kind of like transforming. This is really a transformative stage for everybody to kind of get quiet and be alone with themselves and be alone with their thoughts. And instead of always thinking about work, or, you know, whatever work means to you. And so with the blue coming out as well, maybe you're discovering like you like singing, or maybe you're like me and you want to make a YouTube channel, or you know, anything like that. So I see, you know, or even perhaps this calling that you have is something that you want to pursue, like to be like a business, like a home business, or you know, but whatever it is, I feel like it's very creative, and it's very you know, but you want it to be able to financially be stable for you. So that could be some of you as well with this workaholic. So, or like I said, for the majority, I do feel like it's people actually taking a break from work and taking a break from all those thoughts that like consumed our lives and consumed our every single day, and all those stresses that like took us over. And, you know, things are starting, or they already have been like dissipating, and now our thoughts are becoming about other things. And we're actually able to hear other thoughts, other ideas. You know, we're able to hear like this calling that is calling out to you, because your mind has been freed, your time has been freed, your, you know, you have been freed. Okay, so whatever this calling that you're going to be hearing in April, it's going to bring you happiness. And I don't think I need to tell you that, because I think you're going to know. You're going to be very decisive. You're going to be have very clear vision, very clear intentions. You know, you're going to just it's going to be very clear. And you know, that is coming in like double, especially because you have this card and this blessing from your angels. You know, they're really giving you the added bonus of being able to see into the future and see how your ideas are going to affect your life. Okay, but it may require some patience, and not even really like what I'm getting so much is patience. Like I said, it's like the Hanged Man, and it's telling you, if you ever try to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. And so this is, like I said, a new way of looking at things, having a new perspective. So if this is something that you've always kind of like, you've heard this calling, you know that it's there, and now you can like pursue it, and now is like the right time to go for it. But you've always kind of had like something kind of holding you back from it. Now is the time to like embrace whatever that thing is and kind of like make it work for you. See how you can make it work for you. So if something is, say, happening to you, I use happening like happening to you, you know, maybe look at it as like, no, this isn't happening to me. I am making this situation work for me, you know, those kinds of things. And so that's what I really get about that patience card. And it's also telling you, like, don't overthink it. Don't let it take you over. Like, really just relax, let it go, let it be, let it come to you. That is the big thing as well, you know. So, and as you're searching, as you're looking in the darkness, as you're looking within, and you know, it's going to come to you. And again, this calling could be something to do with a work situation, or this is coming in because you have finally taken a step back from work, and you've been open and letting new ideas and new thoughts come in. And you know, they have been coming in because you have this blessing of being able to have clear foresight. Okay, so things are going to be amplified. Your knowing is going to be amplified. So that's what's coming in for you guys in April 2020. Those of you who picked pile number 1, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, pile number 2. For those of you who chose the pink agate, please let me know if I'm saying that wrong, somebody, because I'm not sure. So anyways, what is coming to you in April 2020? Let's see. The first card that I pull is going to be the overall energy of what is coming in. And so this is the card of adventure, the number 16. It's being happy, it's being free, it's being playful, it's being spontaneous, it's excitement, it's, you know, it could even be travel, it's fun. Okay, so that's what I see is coming in for you guys for April 2020. Is you guys have some adventure. So maybe you you know, if you're off work right now in quarantine, then you know, you could be thinking about all of the things that you want to do, all of the things that you want to accomplish while you're off, all of the dreams that you have that you want to start working on. And it's like, I feel like doors are kind of just like opening for you, and you're just like, yes, on your little bunny. And you know, going towards your future. So that's really what I see. Is I see movement, I see moving forward, I see, or you know, I see you wanting to, if you're not already like moving forward, if you're not already like racing ahead and happy and excited, then I definitely see that coming in April. Now I know like we can't like go out and travel and do all of these things, but you are going to have something that's a bit adventurous coming in, and you are going to like feel that feeling of excitement and happiness and exploring like everything that adventure is. Okay, and so the next cards that we have coming out is the butterfly ferrets. I am reborn. So with this card coming out, sorry, I'm just like getting like messages, and I'm trying to like think to keep them in order to tell you them. Okay, so with this I am reborn card, okay, there's something that is coming, and or like an event, an idea. There's something that is like really new that is either it's in your life now, or in April it's starting to come about. And I see this as a very, very new, and I see you as like, you're really excited and you're really happy, and you're wanting to like charge ahead. You're like a little baby right now in whatever this is, okay? And like you want to have fun, and you want to, like I said, charge ahead and enjoy it, and like live the adventure and discover, and all of that. But you're such like a little, like a newbie or like a baby. Like, okay, so perhaps you could be learning a new skill. Maybe you are starting to open up like intuitively or psychically or something like that. But this is something like new. This is awakening. This is being reborn. This is like literally like the phoenix from the ashes. Like I just kind of seen like somebody kind of crawling out of like out of a fire almost, okay? And so that's kind of like how I feel, like the phoenix out of the ashes, okay? And so the butterfly ferrets, now see how they, okay, 3 things I want to say before I like forget them and lose my thoughts. With the wings on the ferrets, okay, that's not like real life, obviously, and so this is something that you might not be able to see. Like it could be like a thought or like a feeling or a belief, or like I said, the beginning of like intuition, or whatever this is, okay? So this is something I think is rather internal rather than external, whatever this is. And the next thing, number 2, is ferrets are very like vicious. Like they're not like nice, they're not cuddly, but in this card, and this meaning is like, but they are for you, okay? They are your protectors. And so literally you're like this little baby in this circumstance or this situation, for those of you who I'm connecting with, and they're there to protect you, okay? So that's why they are sweet to you, and that's why they let you hold them, and they give you comfort, is because they're your protectors. And then the third thing is with the butterfly wings as well, that's about transformation. So like some of you are going through like a big transformation, and I feel like this could be internally within your emotions or your thoughts or your abilities or your faith, or anything like that. Like things are starting to expand, or maybe you're having these new realizations or these like epiphanies or these ideas or whatever, and you're starting to like go down this path. You're like, oh my god, like I'm so happy I discovered this, like this is amazing, and I'm so excited, this is gonna be fun, like let's go. And then these ferrets are like, whoa, like hold up, little baby. We need to be there to protect you, okay? So I see you guys being in a space of being protected, feeling a new energy or a new something. This could even be about love, like a romantic relationship, or even like a friendship. You're like, I'm not sure if I could, like I really want to go down this road, and this is going to be really I keep saying fun and exciting, but that's like legit what this is. And but you're like, I'm scared, you know? And so these are your ferrets like protecting you and keeping you safe. So whatever it is you're going through, you know, like just be kind to yourself and be patient with yourself, and know that you do have protection from, you know, your spirit animals or your guardian angels, or, you know, even if you have like a very like protective pet, or, you know, something like, and you notice like they're around you a lot more. Okay, so they're trying to give you comfort because you are going through some kind of new change or some kind of transition or rebirth. It literally says I am reborn, and that's the number 5, and 5s represent like change and sometimes difficulty, and transition isn't like comfortable, you know what I mean? So for some of you it might feel a little raw, like this is my new skin, you know, and everything feels kind of raw. But at the same time, as you're being reborn, you're like, this is exciting, and this is what I want, and this is what I want to do, and I want to have this adventure, I want to go down this road. Okay, but if it's taking a longer time than what you planned, it's because you are being protected, and it's because you know, divine timing hasn't come into its right place. And so spirit is really like holding you back and protecting you if things aren't going as fast as what you want them to. And so here we have some tarot. We have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Star, and we have the King of Wands. Okay, so Pentacles is Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. The Star is Aquarius, and Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, so those are the signs that are out. And with the Knight of Pentacles, Knights often represent messengers. Okay, they're people who are coming in to let you know things. And with Pentacles, Pentacles is, well, it's the slowest moving energy in the deck. Okay, so I feel like you as well feel like things just aren't moving fast enough. You want to go, you want to like gallop away, and your horse is like, or in your case, your bunny is like, no. So, you know, you might, this energy or whatever this is might not be moving fast enough for you, but again, it's because you need that protection, and it's because this is very new to you, you know, spirit's protecting you. And Pentacles is something that is worth value. Okay, so whatever this message is that's coming in, and this is something that you want, this is something that you hope for. So with the Star, that's what it literally is. It's like wishing on a star. So your wish is coming true, your hope is coming true, or you know, this is something that you've been wishing for. So you've been waiting for this to happen, and you know, you possibly have been like working for it as well, whatever this could be. This could even be work as well. So I just don't want to take that like out of the equation, because I feel like for some of you it is, especially with the Pentacles coming out. All right, and so with the King of Wands, the king is very confident, he's very charismatic, he's very charming. You know, he dresses in like bright colors. Like here you could see like he's got his yellow, I thought that was like animal print for a second. It almost made me start laughing. Okay, sorry. So the King of Wands, and he is a very creative. Wands is creative, passion, fiery, exciting energy. Okay, and so this is somebody who like kind of knows what they want, who sits with their shoulders back, who's confident. You know, they got this, you know, he has his head up, he's holding onto his wand, he knows the power that he holds in that, and you know, that staff as well. And so, you know, this is somebody who's not afraid. This is somebody who's really gonna go after it. And with the little lizard down there, lizards are a sign of eternity, or they're a sign of like unending. It's like a circle, because the lizard is one of the only animals that can like bite its tail and become a circle. Circles as well represent protection. Okay, so I see a message coming in that you've been wanting, that you've been waiting for, that you're really excited about, and you know, you have a lot of passion towards and a lot of creative energy towards, and you're like, yes, let's go, let's do it. And Spirit's like, hold up, like there's things that you might need to learn first, or you know, and like I said, this could be something that you've been waiting for a long time, so you're even like wanting to go even faster. Okay, and you're just like, why? Like, so please just remember that Spirit is protecting you, and don't get like frustrated, because these are like really beautiful cards. This is like wishes coming true and bringing you up to like this king status, making you even feel like this king, whether you're a female or a male. Okay, so I see like a lot of wanting to move forward, but I also see some delay. But you know, it's worth it. Like, this is your dream, this is your what you wished for, this is what you've always wanted, and you know, it's worth the wait, is kind of like what I'm getting. And as well, it's for your own protection. Or you know, this could be something that you really wanted for a long time, but you're also a little bit scared, and maybe you feel like, you know, you're not worthy, or maybe you even feel like you're not sure if you're going to get this message. Okay, so just know that this is coming in, whatever this is, and this is going to be everything that you've wanted. And if you are scared, if you do feel like intimidated or something like that, just know like you have these spiritual protectors around you. So the next card to come out for you guys is a blessing of a light touch. Okay, and this is number 42. This feels like really like very sweet and very gentle, very new, very like crisp. That's like the energy, you know, that I get from it. Okay, so this is like, I actually want to read it for you from the book, so I can do it the justice that that it deserves. I'm just finding it. It's a really beautiful book, so I want you to be able to enjoy it. This gift is from the Fae who dance lightly upon this earth, who know how to speak the magical words that invite affinity. Oh, see what I said about the circle? Affinity and accord, and banish misunderstandings. This gift is for you, a blessing so you can now walk lightly, speak truly and simply, and yet know the exact time, the perfect way, without thinking any more on it. It will come, light as a bee's wing. You will open your lips, and out will flow the way through what has once confounded you. Let the steps of your feet be light upon the earth. Let your touch be graceful and full of kindness. Let the words seep into the hardest of hearts and crack open the walls between you and others. This gift of the fairy is a true blessing, for it creates love and forgiveness, and with that, we can move on into the better parts of ourselves, no longer so troubled by once what caused sadness. The relationships may not be rewoven, and the change might not be forever, but there will be no bitterness, for the thorns in the hearts will have been dissolved by the magic of the right words, the gentle touch, the light step you have been blessed with, very blessings of knowing just what to do and say. All right, so this is like something that helps you deal with I don't want to be like difficult people, but people who you may have found it hard to communicate with in the past, or people who you may have had like your differences with in the past, or just being really able to speak clearly and let people know what it is that you want, what it is that you see, and being able to communicate it in a way that can touch even, like it says, the hardest of hearts. So that is the blessing that is coming in for you guys in April. So even if you already kind of have this like natural charismatic ability and you're just very like sweet, like I'm getting like like a very sweet energy as well. And you know, all of that is really going to be amplified in April, and you're going to find like a lot of people are like kinder to you, treat you nicer, and you know, a lot of that is coming in with this blessing that your fairies and angels are bringing in for you in April. It's giving you like grace, like like being graceful. So you're like this excited, graceful, I don't want to keep calling you a little baby, but like I get like this really soft energy, like a really soft kind of glow. Like a very like a sweetness. I know I might have said that, but that's coming in like very strong. Okay, direction. This is beautiful. Look at all the purple and the flowers and the rain. It's like perfect for April. Lord, please show me the right action right now. Please bring a sign and a miracle that gives me clear direction. May I hear the promptings of my own body. And if for some reason I'm about to head the wrong way, please stop me. And so, you know, I get this as well with this card is like, you're like, okay, like this is what I want to do. This is where I want to go. This is the direction I want to head. And, you know, this is what I've wanted and like what I've been asking for and what I've been praying for and what I've been working for and trying for, you know. And so I feel like a lot of you know the direction that you want to go in, and perhaps like I said, it might be a little bit scary, or it might be like so brand new, you're like, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know. And you're kind of questioning, like, is this the right thing for me? Am I going in down the right path? Am I taking the right steps? Okay. And so this is, you know, Spirit saying like, ask, you know, God or source or whatever you call it, you know, to show you the right way to go, and to show you the path that you're supposed to go down, the direction that you're supposed to follow, the adventure that you're supposed to go on. And like, I just feel like kind of like this rainy day kind of feeling. So this might like there's something about like rainy days that's coming to me in this reading. So I'm not sure if that's for anybody, that might be significant for you, or I'm not sure if it's just because the rain and it's April, like April flowers, you know. I don't know, but I'm getting that like really, really strongly, especially like with the clouds in this card, and I'm just getting it a lot. And the colors in this card, like that's just how I feel. So I'm not sure what the rain is, or if that is significant for any of you. Like, let me know down below, just so I know. And but yeah, like I see like this very soft, sweet energy, and like I don't see it being very aggressive, and I see it being very new and very whatever this offering is, or this message that's coming in, it's very valuable, and it could like be something that's going to like sustain you. It could involve money, it could involve something to do with value or properties or land or anything kind of like that. It could involve money as well, okay? And I see it being like your passion, and it's something that you treat very delicately, and I feel like you treat everything kind of like delicate and like this light touch. And you know, really this could even signify, you know, this adventure, it kind of being like your baby, you know, and you're wanting to protect it. Perhaps, you know, you're the ferret, and, you know, you're protecting this very fragile, it could even be like a person, maybe even like a baby. But it's something like fragile, it's something soft, it's something new, it's something that is just kind of like growing. Okay, and so I see it being, and you're kind of questioning this direction, or you're questioning something about the way you're doing something. Okay, and so this is Spirit just saying, like, ask for our help, you know, and I believe this is like a sign saying that you're going in the right direction, but you're like, if I'm not, like, please stop me. And Spirit is saying, like, yes, we hear that, you know, keep going, keep growing, because this is all like really beautiful, fulfilling energy. And like I said, I feel like a lot of growth. I get so much, like, there's so much earth feeling with this card. To me. And the next card is the chakra card that you'll be dealing with most in April. And this is the yellow chakra facade, okay? And this card represents your personal comfort. It's a deep need to discover your true self. Earthly values and care for others are also represented. Being cut off from feelings may be a challenge. Recover who you are and rethink your journey. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you have, you know, I feel like this is your past that is kind of coming forward. You're like, you know, you're realizing that you're not the person who you used to be, you know, and this isn't the journey that you thought you'd see yourself taking. And so that's why you're kind of questioning it. And it's also why, you know, what this being reborn is talking about, is being reborn in this new energy and this new idea and this new self. Okay, so perhaps you're starting to, like, really discover new things about yourself. Like I was saying earlier, like your abilities, okay? And I kind of was getting like really caught up in like this earth energy that I was feeling. I was trying to like really explain it, okay? But that's what I'm seeing. It's like a new growth, a new start, a new beginning, and it's a new direction that you're going to be going down. So I really see you spending time kind of, you know, with yourself as well. And, you know, maybe even thinking of yourself as somebody who needs to do, you know, thinking of yourself, like I said, I don't want to keep saying like a baby, but that's like totally the vibe that I get, is like feeling brand new, feeling fresh, but feeling like raw at the same time. And I feel like that's the energy that you're going to be kind of in April, because you're going to be like rediscovering things about yourself, and that are going to bring you a lot of happiness and wish fulfillment. And I really feel like this is going to change the course of your life, because this is a new direction, and this is, you know, something about you being authentic to yourself and being your true self, whereas you might have kind of been someone before who, you know, really had this facade, you know, pretended to feel a certain way or pretended to be a certain way, or maybe you didn't even realize it was a facade. You know, you didn't know that you weren't acting in your true authenticity, or you weren't being in your true authenticity. And so this is like a very gentle energy. It's a very new energy, but it's also an energy of something that's going to bring value into your life, and something that's going to bring you a lot of wish fulfillment. Okay, and this is also a calling to take direction, to be true to yourself if you're not already, and start taking a new path, because you know, like, this is an adventure. And I feel like once you start being true to yourself and being true to your ideas, and, you know, acting like the king of your own life, you know, then and not saying that you're not already, like, this could, you know, we're all at different stages of our life and of our journey. So you could already be in this king energy, and this could, like, legit, like, be in your past, and now there's this new, like, budding kind of opening, and something kind of growing in your life. And like I said, I feel like it's something internal. So I do feel like somebody's kind of looking into their own selves, and letting go of things that aren't working for them, or aren't true to them, and that aren't helping them thrive and be successful. Because, like I said, this yellow is about thriving, it's about confidence, it's about vitality, it's about new energy, and literally you have that I am reborn. Okay, so for a lot of you, this might be a new way of seeing yourself, or a new way of seeing your environment, or you know, you want to start, like, I even kind of get like growing a family, or make a commitment to something, and you're taking it very easily, very lightly. When I say very easily, that's what I'm that's what I meant to say, is very and I don't mean to say like you're taking it lightly, like you don't take it serious, but you're taking it very cautionary, I guess, because you know it's something that's going to bring value into your life, and wish fulfillment, and you know, you're going to be feeling so creative and so empowered, like I said, if you're not already. So those are my messages for you guys, pile number 2, and thank you so very much for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. For those of you who chose the Goldstone, welcome to your reading. So the first card that I'm going to pull is going to be the overall energy for what is coming in April, what's manifesting for you, what are you manifesting for April. And we have out story time. This is number 17. So this is all about, like, really sitting, paying attention, listening. And so this is about sitting still and listening to the story that's unfolding, whether it be the story I'm telling, whether it be a story that's really, like, unfolding in your life. It's like, and it might not even seem like it yet, it just might be like day-to-day things, but as you look back on it, it's like a story that's kind of developed. Okay, so there's some kind of story, or there's some kind of something that you need to be paying attention to. So keep your eyes open for signs, synchronicities from spirit, and, like, really pay attention to your feelings, your intuition, your insights, because this card is asking you to sit still and pay attention. It's like, stop what you're doing, sit down and stop and listen, is literally what this card represents. Okay, and so the next card to come out is Mermaid in a Koi Pond. Rediscover your individuality and become the dragon. So I know in Japanese culture, the koi is often what turns into the dragon. Okay, so this is like, so something might have happened, and you've kind of, like, stepped back, and you've taken to, like, a safe place. and you've been in this safe place, and yes, you're safe, yes, you feel safe, you know, you're comfortable, everything feels really good. Well, not really good, but at least safe. Okay. And with this card coming out, this is like Spirit saying, like, okay, you have been in this pond, but at the same time, like, you've outgrown it, and you're not meant to stay in this safe space forever. Like, you were meant to go into this place, recover, like it literally says, rediscover your individuality. So, like, rediscover who you are, rediscover your strengths. So maybe you had like a breakup, or like an end to a friendship, or something like that. Somebody who you were like really tied to, you know, and you had to go into this safe space, this safe place, like within, or even physically, where you had to like re-find yourself and like find your footing. And so you've been in this this place. And koi fish are, they're always like jumping out of the water and going against the current and trying to like get to the end. Like, they're always striving to make it forward, make it forward, make it forward. Okay. And then eventually, you know, you become the dragon. And so this is Spirit calling you out of your safe space and telling you, you know, you're so much better than this pond. Like, you should be a dragon flying in the skies, not stuck in this safe little pond. And yes, it's scary, and yes, you know, it feels safe right now, but this is not where you're meant to stay, and this is not who you're meant to be. You're meant to be like a lot greater, and you're meant to have way more potential, and like a dragon, for goodness sakes. Like there's so much power, and there's so much like beauty, and there's so much mystery and everything, like behind the dragon. And so this is like Spirit telling you to come out of safety. You're not meant to stay there, and to strive forward and keep going, because you're meant for great things. You're meant for greater things. Okay. And so Spirit is literally calling you to stop and listen and pay attention, and start going against the current, start going against you know, start coming out of that safety and rediscovering who you are, rediscovering what it is that you are meant to do and who you're meant to be. Because with that, there's a lot of power behind that. There's a lot of energy. Like a dragon is like fire energy, you know? So, and I know that's like really hard, but it's also really promising to know like that you have this really great future, and that you have this really, that you're going to be this really powerful being, but you need to come out of your safe space to do so. And I know that's really hard, especially now, like we're in quarantine, a lot of us, and we can't exactly go out and thrive and strive and those types of things. But in April, there is some kind of opportunity, or there is some kind of calling, or there is something that's going to get your attention and show you that you're not meant to stay in this space, that you're meant for something greater. Okay. And with the tarot coming out, we have the Devil, the Emperor, and the Nine of Pentacles. I'm just kind of listening to what Spirit's kind of telling me. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you, for a while, you've been giving like your power away, you've been giving your choice away, and you might have been in like relationships or something that hasn't been like really healthy for you, or you may have had some kind of like unhealthy addictions or ways of doing things. Like, you haven't been acting in your own power. You've been like, whatever this safe space is for you, that you've been, I don't want to say hiding, because I don't feel it's hiding. I feel it's recovering and it's healing, and for some of you, it could be hiding, you know, because with the Devil card coming out, this is all about, you know, unhealthy situations, unhealthy relationships, things that are toxic, that are not good for us. Okay, but with the Emperor here, the Emperor is like the king of kings, the bosses of bosses. He is like, you know, in the whole tarot, he is like the ruler. He's like the father. He's, you know, all of that. And so I definitely see whatever, you know, if you have been in this safe space, you know, you have been healing from like whatever this toxicity is, whatever this energy is, whatever this devil, you know, represents to you. You know, you've been healing from that. So like I said, maybe you've come out of a relationship, or maybe you've ended a friendship, or you've ended a habit or a behavior or whatever it is. Okay, and so now you're starting, when you start moving out of the pond, you start heading upstream, you're going to be coming into the Emperor energy, which is like the dragon. Like, you know, the dragon is king, like he can destroy anything, like we all know that. And so like that's going to be your energy, and then like that's the Emperor. Okay, even still, you see like even behind him looks like fiery, like volcanoes or something, you know. So there's so much power behind you, and that's within you. And then the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, and these are both major arcana. So major arcana represents like major things in our lives, major events in our lives. This isn't like everyday kind of stuff. This is like major big stuff. Okay, so I feel like this is like a big change that's going to be coming into your life once you start realizing the power that you have, and Spirit is definitely calling your attention to it. They're giving you pause. They're making you stop and think and pay attention and listen to the story and read the story, and to listen. Okay, and so the Nine of Pentacles. Pentacles is Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Doesn't have to be, but it could be relevant to you. And the Knight of Pentacles is all about like really beautiful energy. Like you see this lady here, she's in her beautiful garden, you know, she has her beautiful clothes, she has her pet, she's surrounded by beauty, she's surrounded by abundance, all the grapes, you know, she has sustenance around her, you know, her castle's there in the background, like she's just surrounded by beauty. Okay, sometimes the Nine of Pentacles represents a single woman. You don't have to be single, but in some cases, and like I said, it's just really being happy in your surroundings, being very comfortable, having everything you need, having companions, having beauty, having wealth, having things to sustain you, you know, and just feeling beautiful, fulfilled, happy. Okay, so that's what I definitely see you guys coming out of your safe space and really discovering who you are, coming into your own power. And with that is coming like beauty and confidence and abundance and having everything you need to sustain yourself. And with this blessing that's coming out, a blessing to undo an unfortunate geese, I'm not sure, but it's a circumstance, no matter what. And so this is a blessing from your angels, from your spirit guides, to be able to undo something that you know, maybe it's like a decision that you wish that you could undo, or that you could have done differently, or, you know, this is a second chance. Okay, and this is a way to change things, a way, like an opportunity to undo something, an opportunity to receive forgiveness even, or to give forgiveness, or to reach out to somebody that you feel like you've been needing to reach out to, or maybe that somebody reaches out to you, or maybe this is, you know, the help that you're looking for, and why you've been in this little pond when you deserve to be, you know, in the skies. And so this is a, you know, I feel like it's a forgiveness, or it's an apology, or it's a helping hand, or it's a second chance, basically. Okay, so whatever it is that like kind of weighs on you, and you're like, you know, I wish I could have done that differently, or I wish this would have ended differently, or I wish, you know, things ended on better terms, or I wish, you know, we could at least be friends, or, you know, you know, whatever it is, this is a chance to undo it, or undo the circumstances that came with it, or undo whatever it is that had happened. Okay, it might not undo the event, like we can't go back in time or anything, but like this could undo something regarding that. Okay, so this is the blessing that's coming in April. And so pay attention to whatever that might be for you. Like say like you did something and there was a consequence because of it. Like you told your friend this and then your friend lied and said this and this and this. Like, you know, maybe you have the opportunity to explain to your friend, like, no, I didn't say that. Like, I'm just really giving an example, something like basic. You know, and it could be way much more involved than that, but it could just be like a consequence of something unfortunate or an accident. It really could have just been an accident. It could be like a misunderstanding. You know, it could be a lot of different things. So whatever that means for you, you're going to have a second chance to be able to fix it, or to undo it, or to receive or give forgiveness for that, or understanding, or receive help due to the circumstance or the outcome. And here we have doubt. Offering all to the divine doesn't mean negativity never arises, but you can say, free me from this prison of doubt. I cast this burden to you. Show me your will and restore me to faith and confidence. And so I feel like a lot of you have been maybe doubtful about spirit, maybe even doubtful about these signs, like when spirit's calling you to be like, sit down, listen, you need to pay attention, you need to hear this. And, you know, whatever this is, this could even be it, you know, the opportunity to change something, which kind of frees you and helps you to rediscover what it is that you're actually meant to do, and helps you get out of that safety zone and pushes you forward. Okay, so don't doubt yourself. And I also have a feeling like you might say or think like, if there was God, then bad things wouldn't happen, or if spirit was really with me, this and this wouldn't have happened, or like those kinds of thoughts. Okay, and so that's where I feel like this doubt is coming in for a lot of you. That spirit's saying it doesn't mean like bad things aren't going to happen if you believe. It doesn't mean that negativity is never going to arise, but it's saying I will help you to get through the negativity that comes up, and I will help you the best I can to understand, or to give you comfort when I can't give you understanding. And so, you know, I feel like for some of you, that's what this doubt card could be representing, or it could be the doubt in yourself. It could be saying I'm too afraid to leave this safe place. I'm afraid that I can't become the dragon that I'm supposed to, or, you know, it could be that as well. And so spirit's saying like, just ask for help from your angels and from God, and say, free me from this prison of doubt. Give all your burdens over to spirit and let them take care of it for you. And with that, things will unfold, and the story will you know what I mean? Like, things will start to happen as they're supposed to, and you'll like literally be sitting down like shook and listening, like, okay, spirit, like, you have my attention, and I see it, you know, and I'm able to give over my doubts to you and my fears to you, because I see, you know, things developing, the story continuing, and opening up, so you have better understanding. And so then that way you have better, you can take back your power. You can be surrounded by all this beautiful energy, and you know, but a lot of it has to do with doubt in yourself, or doubt in spirit, or doubt that you will be forgiven, or that you will have this second chance, or whatever this doubt represents to you, okay? Just know that if you ask, you need to ask for help from your angels. They don't automatically like just come in, that you need to actually ask for their help, and you need to invite them into your life and ask them to free you from the burdens, okay? And to the burden of doubt, and to help, like, to continue the story so you can know it and you can learn it and you can live it. And, you know, be willing to give your burdens and your doubts over to your angels and over to Spirit, and let them take it from you, let them fix it for you. And so then that way they can restore you to faith and confidence, literally like what it says here, okay? And this is also what's going to help you to come out of this, out of the koi pond and into the stream and into the sky. Okay. And the last card to come out, so this is your chakra that is really going to be highlighted and that you're really going to be working with in April. And this is your solar plexus chakra, the yellow. And so pile number 2 also had the yellow solar plexus chakra. This is enlightenment. So this is coming into truth. This is coming into understanding. And that's really what I feel like this story is, okay? This is being like, okay, that's why this happened how it happened, or that's why this ended, and that's why I couldn't, you know, keep this thing, or that's why whatever had happened, okay, that's why this pain hurt me, okay? So you're going to be starting to understand, and it's like you're literally listening to the story of why things happened the way they happened. And you know, like I said, you have this blessing as well to undo something, to fix something. And so you're kind of being given like the whole picture. So then that way you can understand it, and you can change what you can and accept what you can't, and move forward, move into these Emperor energy, and leave this toxic, bad, addicting, whatever this devil is, you know, like, so you can leave that behind, and you know why it happened, you understand why it's happened, you have been given the gift of enlightenment. And like I said, this is vitality, it's originality, it's you know, it's like the sun. This is located, it's our third chakra, so it's third from the root chakra. It's centered like in the middle of like your upper stomach, like maybe like in the center of your rib cage. And like I said, this is the sun. And so like I just kind of had like this vision of like the sun kind of shining through the water, and like I'm getting like there's so much water here, like these sun rays like really caught me. And then I thought of the water and like, you know, shining into the pond, and like that literally could be the thing which makes you stop, and which makes you listen, and which makes you pay attention, because God doesn't want you, or spirit, or whatever you want to call it, they don't want you to stay in this place. Like, you weren't meant to stay here. You were just meant to heal here and discover yourself and discover your power, but you're never meant to stay. And so God is like, or spirit, so to me, I always say God or spirit, it kind of means like the same thing to me, except spirit as well, like encompasses like your angels and everything. But this is source, I'll say, you know, really giving you the understanding and the clear foresight, enlightenment. Okay, and so this is what is going to be coming in for you in April. It's really a lot about rediscovery of self, coming into your power, having this, you know, becoming, like having these beautiful surroundings, this, like this happiness, like the Nine of Pentacles is such like a great energy. And especially like as a woman, I really like feel it, like being confident and being like you can rely on yourself and being self-sufficient and providing for yourself, having everything that you need and not needing anything else. Okay, so this is saying goodbye to, this could be codependency, this could be so many things, saying goodbye to this and like really becoming your own boss, your own they're calling it a dragon, like Spirit's calling it a dragon. Like how much more powerful is that? Okay, and so, and having it all like lit up, and so you can see it, and so you can feel it, and so like you feel yourself start to like come alive again. You feel that vitality within you. You rediscover your originality. You really rediscover your power coming to life, okay, and understanding so many things. And at the same time, like I said, you have this beautiful blessing to fix something that you wish you could. And don't hold on to this doubt, but I don't think that you will be. But this is something that, you know, you need to let go of in order to get out of that koi pond. And so these words might mean a lot to you. You know, saying this, you know, free me from this prison of doubt might be like a mantra or something that you say to yourself a lot in order to like build strength, in order to build confidence that you need in order to start heading upstream. So that's what I see for you guys, pile number 3. So thank you so much for being here. I wish you so many blessings for April and always, and I'll see you next time. Bye.